Here is the same flipped pyramid with the top level falling off. The topmost level might be a vision. It might be one's connection with that which is greater than themselves. It might be their spirituality, their consciousness, their conscious connection with others, just to name a few. Which levels now are impacted when the top layer falls off, and which levels are impacted the most? How does this translate to life? Well, if you think of a time when you lost your vision, you lost sight of your goal, be it personal or professional, when you maybe lost sight of your higher self or connection with your higher self, or lost a belief in something larger than yourself, you may recall where your life went and your state of being at the time. How much of yourself did you lose? Where were your priorities? Where did they go? Were you lost, wandering aimlessly, taking futile actions? Comparing the two pyramids now, you can see the impact from a falling top level is really quite different between the two pyramids. Then you can compare graphically the benefits of being clear and wholly functioning on one level and how it impacts the levels below it. The gray area covers all the levels below it and beyond. And I like to think of the gray areas outside your pyramid are showing a positive impact that you might be having on others. After all, congruence and coherence are contagious in the best of ways. And when your topmost level is completely flushed out and fleshed out, meaning you have embraced it fully and completely, the impact on all other levels in your life is obvious. And you have an impact on others. In a sense, you might be contributing to universal consciousness or cosmic consciousness or whatever you want to call it, because you're contributing to all others. You are a contributor to the human race. More on this later. The information about this pyramid that you have acquired so far can be used by you on your own on a very practical basis. Say you want to make a positive change in your life. First, you figure out on what level your issue resides. Then you ask yourself questions from the level immediately above, working your way up the pyramid. For example, let's say you want to have more patience with a loved one, be that a partner, a child, a pet, just some beloved. I would put being patient in the behavior level. Some questions to ask yourself then may be these. And the abilities level, where in other places of your life have you been patient? If you can't think of any, then perhaps you need to gather information on what patience is. You need to acquire a new ability. What if you thought of patience as a tool and pulled it out and used it much like you use curiosity as a tool or determination as a tool? How could you incorporate patience as a tool in your personal toolbox? Values. What is important to you with regard to being interactive with a loved one? If good vibes are important to you in a relationship, what might be even more important? And what might be even more important to that? More important than that? At the level of identity. When you have become patient with cherished individuals, who do you become in their eyes? Who are you in your own eyes? How is this new you regarded by others, and how do others interact with you now? The very top level, if you brought more patience into this world, what and who else is impacted, and what might be the result of this on the larger scheme of things? I want to point out here that at no point in this questioning would you or I ask, what do you feel about that? How you feel about something changes from moment to moment, and the information you gain from moment-to-moment awareness is ongoing and useful only in that moment. This may not make sense right now. I'm telling you this to avoid this type of question at this point. There are other times to focus on that, but not here. To solidify your positive changes, you might walk yourself back down the pyramid to the level of behavior, asking similar questions. Sometimes simply asking yourself such questions up and down the pyramid is enough for your subconscious to make internal changes without any effort on your part.